This is my first time speaking in this House, and I do so with gratitude, humility, and with a full heart. I treasure the chance to speak up on behalf of other regular Singaporeans just like myself. I come to this chamber with a commitment to listen, to care, and to take action. I wish to express my appreciation to all those who have served in this House before me. Their dedication has shaped the Singapore we live in today. It is now our turn to continue that work with conviction, compassion, and courage. The President reminded us in his address that we are at a critical juncture in our nation's journey. We were reminded that the world around us is changing in a profound way, and uncertainty is becoming the new normal. Yet we are not a vessel adrift. By strengthening our security, transforming our economy, sustaining mobility, and putting we before me, we can chart our course with confidence and unity. How do we do that? A Chinese saying has guided me in my journey as a volunteer and now as an MP. 老吾老以及人之老，幼吾幼以及人之幼. To honor the elderly as we do so for our elderly at home, and care for others' children as we care for our own. Let me start with our seniors. We all know the numbers. Singapore is aging quickly. In just 5 years, a quarter of our citizens will be aged 65 and above. But numbers alone don't move hearts. We all know some aunties who live alone and almost never leave the house, or uncles sitting by themselves with their kopi at coffee shops, watching the world move past them, growing quieter every day. I think about my own grandmother and the older neighbors who watched me grow up. Many of them want to feel connected to the community they are in. They want to play their part in the community. They want to feel like they still matter. I met Madam Ho recently. She's a retiree and often organizes seniors exercise session in the Nee Soon community. She also encourages the group to have potluck sessions during festive celebrations. Today, the group has grown to about 50 seniors. There could be many more warm-hearted elderly just like Madam Ho in our community. They bring our residents and neighbors together. We should support such ground efforts and share them with the broader community. Growing old should not feel like growing invisible. 家有一老，如有一宝 should not be just lip service. Our seniors are the gift, not a burden to be managed. Government initiatives such as the Action Plan for Successful Aging and the co-location of elder care and childcare services have laid strong foundation. But we must do more to reimagine what aging can look like, where seniors are fully present, where they mentor, share, or shape their communities. Imagine primary schools where seniors come to read to students, share stories of the olden days, or simply help with CCA activities. Imagine void decks with community kitchens where older folks share their family recipes with the younger residents. All these are not grand policy moves, but they build connection, and connection is what keeps people going. Let's also look at our common areas. Many are quiet during weekdays. Can we turn them into intergenerational spaces? Community gardening, music corners where young and old can perform together. These are small ideas that add a soft touch to our daily lives. And let's not forget digital inclusion. As our services transition online, we must ensure our seniors are not locked out. I've seen elderly persons struggle to book polyclinics appointments or get flustered accessing government services on their phones. The answer is not to tell them to catch up, but is to walk with them one gentle step at a time. I would like to commend the efforts of the SG Digital Office to provide community digital clinics. I hope this can be further expanded to include peer learning, where digitally savvy seniors guide their fellow neighbors, or pairing youths with seniors as an intergenerational activity. At the heart of this is a simple principle. Aging well is not just about living longer. It's about living with purpose and joy. Mr. Speaker, sir, I now turn to our young people, specifically those who are quietly struggling and often outside. These are the youths who don't always show up in statistics. They may skip class, drift into wrong company, or simply stop believing they have a future. I was one of them myself. I did not have much family support. I did not know who to look for or where to look for help. I mixed with the wrong company and got into all kinds of trouble during my secondary school days. Essentially, I became one of those kids that parents tell their children to stay away from. Thankfully, my secondary school teachers had an abundance of patience, guidance, and belief that every student can grow and succeed. Thanks to them, I managed to turn my way around. My new friend Naresh went through a similar journey. He's the first youth to receive support from Impact SG in 2017, after facing significant challenges through his childhood and teenage years. Some of us here may be familiar with Impact SG. It is a charitable organization whose core mission is to give youth facing adversity a fighting chance. Impact SG supported Naresh through his N-level as a private candidate and his subsequent traineeship at ITE. Thereafter, Naresh returned to intern at the organization, driven by his passion to empower others facing similar challenges. In 2023, Impact SG also sponsored Naresh for a work-study diploma program in community engagement and development. Today, he balances his studies while leading a sepak takraw initiative called GIC Apex, which connects over 99 youths across communities like Ghim Moh, Ang Mo Kio, Woodlands, and Jurong East. One individual who has been touched by Naresh's work, let's call him Albert. He is 16 years old and a survivor of an e-bike battery explosion in 2018. Due to the trauma, Albert suffered from severe anxiety, school refusal, and social isolation. Naresh approached him with empathy and created a safe space and developed a plan to integrate Albert's love for sepak takraw with his social reintegration. Today, Albert flourishes as a regular community volunteer working with seniors on age-well programs. Naresh's story reminds us of the collective potential we unlock when we invest in our youth and empower them to uplift others. This is real transformative power when we come together for common good. There are many others like the old me and Naresh in our community. That's why such programs in a community matter so much. These are not short-term projects. They are lifetime lifelines. We must support such programs not just with grants and pilots, but with sustained long-term funding. It means building stronger bridges between schools and community groups. It means trusting our youth sector to innovate and backing them when they do. I also believe we need to continue broadening the definition of success for our youth. Let's strengthen our vocational tracks, not as second choices, but as first-rate options. Let's expand mentorship programs in the trades, in entrepreneurship, and in the arts. And we all can play a part too. It could be a hawker store uncle who gives a teen a weekend job, a teacher who checks in after class, a grassroots leader who listens without judgment. When we wrap a net of care around our youth, they fall less and climb more. A young person who feels seen, who feels believed in, will rise to the challenge. We just have to give them the room to do so. Mr. Speaker, sir, now a few words in Chinese. 议长先生，我希望我国能为年长者做得更多，让他们参与建设我们的社区凝聚力。我们不一定需要大规模的政策，而是通过一些有创意的社区计划，善用公共空间。 让他们走入学校和社区厨房等等，与年轻人一代建立感情，过着充实活跃的生活。我也希望我们能继续努力，在数码化的路上与年长者慢慢一步一步同行。我们的年轻人，尤其是边缘少年，也需要更多的帮助。我希望为年轻人而设的项目，能有更长期稳定的资源发展起来。 让年轻人互助，一起发挥潜能。年轻人也应该继续有更多通往成功的道路，让他们知道，天生我材必有用。只要我们相信他们的能力，他们也会学着相信自己。我认为，只要照顾好我们的老一辈和年轻一代，我们就可以 以承前启后，一起让新加坡不止更繁荣，也会更温馨。In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, the President reminded us that Singapore must uphold trust, deepen unity, and ensure that progress is inclusive. I fully agree. I believe unity happens when people feel they belong. Our seniors want to know that they are not being left behind in a fast-changing world. Our struggling youth want to believe they still have a chance. If we take care of both, we secure our past and protect our future. I hope to see a Singapore where generations don't live apart, but grow together. Where community isn't just a slogan, but something we feel every time we step into a lift, or a hawker, or a park. I'm new to this house, and I promised from the onset that I will do the work. I will listen to those whose voices tremble. I will speak up when silence becomes too loud. And I will always remember why I'm here, not for myself, but for those who gave me this seat. Singapore is often praised for its efficiency, but I hope we will also be known for empathy. That, to me, is real progress. Not just being the best, but being good. Mr. Speaker, sir, I support the motion, and I thank the House and all Singaporeans for giving me this chance to serve. Thank you.